Well, hello, everyone. Ah, great to be back and great to see you all. I know that may seem a little strange for me to say it that way, but yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about that, why I said it that way later. But it has been wow. I got sleep this past weekend. So that means I'm actually awake this time. So I can talk to you and not look like a zombie. But oh, it feels good to get sleep. I'm not going to lie. But the last few weeks have been nuts. I mean, I know that some of you watched at least a little bit of the uh, of the Highland Games, Grandfather Mountain, and that was, yeah, I guess a little over a week ago, and it just went great. But it was 4 straight days of streaming, and I think one of the streams was about 6 straight hours of a stream. So that was a lot of work, and when I do that, I can't just go up and leave for 15 minutes. I have to stay here and make sure everything's good. So yes, and thank you, Kristen. Huzzah to sleep indeed. And hey, that's for the evening, and Jan and Janine. Thanks for joining. It has been quite a week because last Thursday we had a great show with was it Master Bones and the Voodoo Island Cannibals and April Knight, and it was that was an interesting endeavor as well because with Master Bones and their video, they sent me the raw footage and I didn't get it until Tuesday. So I ended up editing their songs and everything together and went full straight days through it. And Wednesday night, I kind of almost pulled an all-nighter to try to get it all taken care of and ready for the show Thursday. So yeah, still living like I'm in college. Yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, a lot of fun though, a lot of fun, and tiring but fun and rewarding because it was. I really thought it was a great show. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Uh, and yeah, I was really pleased with the way it turned out. And then yeah, this past weekend we kind of just went through and said, okay, we're taking a break. This is crazy because we're starting to see spots in front of our eyes and everything. So we're getting some sleep now, and it's great. Now, of course, when I say took a break, I mean like I didn't have 12 things to do by noon at 8 a.m. So it was a lot easier. I still managed to find time to do some recording, and I recorded some a new show with Shakespeare, the Shakespeare reviews, and I can't wait to tell you about that. Uh, yeah, it's well, I think we're gonna have to save that for Thursday, but it's just really good stuff. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Uh, and Kristen saying I can't do that living like I'm in college anymore. Yeah, I don't really do that either, but every once in a while I have to pretend a little bit and say, yeah, let's see, what was that like again? Let's find out. Um, yeah, let's see if I can still do that. Somehow I still can do it. Now, I think part of it is I've been eating well and uh, doing a good job there. I think that's helped a lot. And I'm definitely going to say my specialty iced tea brew with with baking soda has really helped. Yeah, I'm ready to start my own commercial and talk about the my wellness commercial of iced tea brew for your health. Mm. Don't worry, I'm kidding. But uh, no, she's right. She didn't actually say that she wanted a break. I said it. That was me after Thursday saying, "Listen, I pulled an all-nighter. I need a break." That was me. So she was fine. For me, I was the wuss on this one. It is very true. I'm going to give her credit there. It was all me. I'm the one that brought it up. So, I mean, she went along with it. So I used the royal we. So apologies to Lee. Yeah. Yeah. I was the one that wanted a break. But no, the Shakespeare shows, I'm really excited about them. They're it's really been a lot of fun watching those come together. And I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have quite have a preview for you on Thursday or not, but I will at least be able to tell you more about them. and I think we'll be able to talk about it a bit. So, which brings up Thursday. I should really talk about that. Um, oh, yeah, she's saying that when I brought it up, she was super relieved that So what you're saying is that you got me to say it first. Is that right, Lee? You're like, okay, no, you're just waiting for me to break so that you could claim victory on that, right? That you're the tough one. Actually, I'm okay with that because let's be honest, you are the tough one. I'm definitely, yeah. You could kick my ass so many times over. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm fine. That's not a problem. Not a problem. Mm. So, but Thursday we're going to do something a little different this week. So that was interesting. What we're going to do is we're going to hang out. Lee and I are going to get online, kind of like this, except a lot more, and do some cool stuff. Talk about some of the great stuff we have coming up, and also let you know. Gosh, there's so many plans, so many things in the burner that I want to talk about, but we're going to save that for Thursday, and you're going to get a chance to talk to both of us because I try to share as much as I can on my Monday show, but we kind of felt like we're in a big transitional time. There's a lot of new things coming. We've been kind of going forward, and we're kind of, going a little one way and saying, okay, we're going to go over here now, and it's going to be awesome, but it needs its own moment. It's that big, so I think you're gonna like it, and you also get to talk to both of us and ask us questions while we're on there if you have any, and that will and we'll actually have a special moment for that, but we'll also have a lot of fun because we're goofballs. No, it's true. It is very true. It is. Yeah, I know. Lee is sort of like my roommate in college my freshman year, because let's see, my college roommate was named Lei Jin, and he was just 2 years out of China, and he came into college he had so many credits. He was already a junior coming in as a freshman, but he had enough credits to be a junior. And he left at like 8 a.m. and came back at like 9 p.m. and slept. And that was it. You never saw him during the day. Occasionally he'd switch out books. And I had friends I'd known for like 6 months of that year, and good friends, and they never met him. So there's this running joke that he was a figment of my imagination, or that, I'd killed him and hid his body in the closet. It was sort of an ongoing thing. But yeah, I think I had friends who never, ever met him. Really close friends that year. But yeah. Oh gosh. So what she's asking, they don't want you to ask anything of me. No, it's not. They already asked me all the stuff they want to hear. There's nothing special. Nothing at all. It's fine, I'm sure. No questions required. Actually, that's a good idea. What we could do is we could do a back and forth question thing. You could interview me, I could interview you. So yeah, we could do that. We can totally go that route. Yeah, do the whole back and forth question thing. That's pretty popular these days, to kind of interview yourself. So when you have two people, so we can do that. I like it. No burning questions. We're fine. It's okay. Yeah, nobody's curious. We're good. We'll just move on. But there's a lot of cool stuff in the burner, and we're also, but that's not the only thing. We're also, every day we have a meeting about what's going on and what we'd like to see, and some new ideas, and bringing them out. It's kind of, we've got a list, and it's pretty crazy, but we're still looking for new stuff. So we're looking for ideas, shows that you'd like to put on the channel that you'd like to see, or you'd like to work on and help produce yourself. Work with us and get a show on our channel. That's possible. We are open to making that happen. So if there's something you'd particularly like to see, or something you'd particularly like to help develop, definitely let us know, because this is the time. I hate to put it that way, but a lot of new stuff are in the pipeline, and this is the time to tell us. So it's a really exciting time. I don't know how else to put it, because there's so many possibilities, so many wondrous things that, and some of them will work, some of them won't. and it's just. But who knows? But either way, it's going to be a fun ride. So yeah, if you'd like to jump on board and work with us on something, I mean, we're open to ideas because this is the time. Uh, yeah. Also, we're looking at finally putting our. I mean, I hate to call them street teams group together, but it's not. It's going to be a lot more than that. I mean, it's going to be a group that kind of helps us with life's affair, because right now it's just digital team is what she's calling it, and that works. I think that's a better way to say it, because it's no longer. I mean, with the situation, it's all online. So digital team, I like it. That is how you do it. Um, yeah, because it's just the two of us, and we could use some of your help. I mean, get involved and help out, make life's affairs something extraordinary. So, if you'd like to get involved and help with some stuff, yeah, I mean, it would be awesome because, like I said, I've been working my butt off, and so is Lee. And yeah, if you can do a few things with us, you can help to make sure this keeps going. Because yeah, if we hadn't taken a break, I don't know. I was getting kind of spacey, and apparently Lee maybe was too. So yeah, I mean, come in and join us, and don't worry, we won't ask you to work like we do, because uh, we're not those people. But but no, I mean, if you'd like to get involved and help out, I mean, I think it could be a lot of fun and very rewarding. And yeah, if there's more than two of us, we might actually have to start putting credits at the end of our shows. Put people's name on it. Mm. And Bethany's excited already. Yeah, I mean, I think for the artistic people out there who would like to create something, I mean, even if you don't exactly have a definitive idea of what you'd like to do, but you have some skill or talent that you would like to offer to a project that we already have, please let us know. Let us know what you can do and what you'd like to do. So yeah, it is. Gosh, I wish I could talk more about it, but I already agreed that we'd save that for Thursday. We'd talk more about it then. But that's okay. That's okay. I think that's sometimes Mondays are a teaser anyway. That's kind of how it works. It's all about a teaser for Thursday. That's kind of, well, no, it's not all about that, but I certainly throw some of that out. Mm. Oh, and I wanted to go ahead and, um, and Jan's saying that, but yeah, she's interested in helping out. Not tech savvy or artistic. What? Jan is not tech savvy or artistic? Okay, first of all, we've got to get something straight right off the bat. First of all of you, um, you need to realize that all of you are amazing people. I mean, some of you I know personally, some of you I've at least seen some of what you can do. And I mean, Jan especially, I mean, she's a musician. I've seen her play and work at it, and I know she does, it's more personal in her own stuff, but she's great at that. And I've seen her come up with embroidery and all this crazy. I mean, no, sorry, Jan, I'm not buying that, because you are definitely artistic, and you're more tech savvy than you think you are. Because I helped her with her computer once, and I've dealt with a lot of people with their computers, and Jan, she is a lot more tech savvy than she thinks she is. I'm just gonna say it, and the rest of you too. Mm. So yeah. Yeah, see? She is. Thank you for backing me up on that, Lee. And Chris says she's definitely a man. She is, so that works. Yeah. Yes, if for those of you who saw some of her performance work a few months ago that she did for Sherwood, yeah, that was hilarious and great. So yes. So yeah, I know all of you. Certainly, if you have, I know all of you can help. You have the ability and the capability. If you have the free time and the desire, then please, it would be awesome. Oh man. But okay, I do need to. And now Kristen is is quoting Lord of the Rings. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mm. Wow. Okay. Nice. 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 Well said. Well said. Well, yeah. Again, I do want to go ahead and apologize for last Monday because I was so out of it. But it was more than that. It was. I know that it was weird just seeing me all sort of dazed and confused, but the problem also was I couldn't see you. When I started the live stream and I moved my window, I don't know if I just moved it at the wrong time when it was trying to connect or what in Facebook, but I put it up and I never saw the chat. You'll notice that the show went by very, very quickly because I could not interact with you at all. And I was afraid to refresh it. At the time, I wasn't sure if anybody was listening. I was kind of like, is anybody here? In my brain, that's what I was thinking because I didn't see anybody chatting or saying a word. So I just went through the show real quick and um, and yeah, and whoa. Another perk of the digital team, we get to poke fun at Andrew on a more regular basis. What? I didn't see that in the short in the notes. I missed that meeting. Um, really? Poke fun at me? But that's okay because you can. But why would anybody do that? Hmm. No reason to, really. I think. Yeah, totally. No reason. It's not a big deal. Oh man. But yeah, that is another. I guess yes. It certainly will be a lot more interactive, and we would be having. Well, I have my own Jitsi server for video group meetings, so we could do stuff like that, and it would kind of like a Zoom meeting, except our own and not a lot more secure. And thank you, I appreciate that, Kristen. Yes, and Jan, that was I was yeah, it was a bit rough, but a lot of it was I was just looking at the chat and I really wasn't sure if anybody was there, and Lee wasn't on my chat window saying anything either, so I was kind of like, is she waiting for people? I don't know. So I just said everything I needed to say and got out. So yes. But yeah, I totally understand, Kristen. I sometimes I kind of get the blinders on when I'm in a project, and I will just work, and I have to see the project through, and I that is represented in a lot of different things I do, such as reading a book. When I get to I get really involved in a book, I have to finish. I'm not going to fall asleep. I need to finish the book. Uh, so that's always been a thing for me. Audiobooks I'm the same way. I've actually uh, been almost at the end of an audiobook when I'm driving to get to a gig or whatever, and I'll be like, I'm gonna drive around the block a few times just so we finish this. Uh, there was once at Dragon Con, I got there and was walking down the hall in the hotel with the headphones in, just finishing the last 30 minutes of the audiobook because I'd listened to it for like 15 straight hours, and I was like, there's only 30 minutes left. I got to finish this. And so I can get I want to finish it. Um, and not just listening, but in projects especially, I want to get it done. So I do tend to stay up a little late sometimes to finish. Oh, I should pay closer attention in meetings. Thanks, Lee. That's appreciated. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, you got to stop doing those meetings at like 9 a.m. like the one this morning. That's what I'm saying. Because we had a 9 a.m. meeting this morning, and that's kind of early for musicians and everything. Mm. You East Coast people. uh yeah, and that was yeah, because she was busy, and yeah, I didn't. It was just one of those things. That's yeah, you got to remember to eat. I usually am not that bad. I usually will remember to eat. Um, but yeah, I will grab some food and come right back and work while I eat. I tend to not take much of a break. Um, yes, and yeah, it's usually a good idea to start something when you know you can finish it. Now, sometimes I'll just get so tired if it's late, and I'll just be like, I mean, a lot of it on with work, sometimes it is dependent upon when it needs to be done. Like if it's one of those things where it needs to be done by noon and it's like midnight and I still have a few more hours left, I would rather get it done then than try to wake up in the morning and get it done. Because for me, I look at it as if anything goes wrong, I'll have the extra time then. So I try to think about it that way, and that's probably not the smart way. But hopefully from now on, that's not going to be as much of an issue because I am never going to let happen what happened the last few weeks happen again as far as time delays and problems and last minute things. Oh gosh, no. I will, no, it's not going to happen. Not that bad anyway. Hey, I didn't set that time. That was a Whitney thing. I did not do that. That was her. That was her request. She's central, but she's also a producer, so I don't really. Hmm. I know, Jen. Famous last words, but I hope, I try. But and I accept that last minute things are going to happen, but I'm not going to let it get as bad as it did before. Um, and a lot of the last 4 months have been a learning experience. Well, it's been a learning experience for all of us. Let's be honest. Just this whole situation and society and dealing with the online work and entertainment at the same time. It's been, yeah, I think, yeah, we officially learned our lesson, Lee. I think that's it. We learned a lot from the experience, and I think this break, kind of this break for the last weekend kind of allowed us to kind of get ahead a little bit and change our workflow a little bit so that we are going to be ahead of things more so that if these last minute things happen, it's not going to be on top of other stuff. It's going to be like, oh, well, I've got some time now, so yeah, we can do this. Or I'm going to just say, no, it's too late. Nice try. We're going with what we already have. Because, yeah, sometimes you just got to say no. Ooh. I mean, we were trying to make as much work as we could, but it was a little nuts. I mean, they were literally, at one point, Grandfather Mountain, they were sending us videos to post while we were live. Yeah, that was strange. That's really strange. But I mean, other than stuff like that, it was still a great experience, and it sounds like we're going to be working with them again in the future. And we all learned a lot. They learned how we need to do things, and we learned a lot from that experience. And I think next time it'll be so much better. I'm not worried at all. Mm. Oh wait, they don't know who Whitney is. No, they do not. Um, Whitney's like one of my best friends. I've known her for many years. She was out at the Texas Renaissance Festival back in the day. She was in charge of some of the dance that they had out there as a choreographer and dance mistress out there. She was also on cast for a long time. I think she started cast around 92 or something back then, and I met her after that. But yeah, she is a very skilled performer and musician, and she ended up taking what she learned from Faire, working her way up the line in production, going to LA and working there and on all of these different projects all around the country and a little bit the world actually, and yeah, and she's working with us a little bit on this now, and it's some exciting stuff. So yeah, I think that's. I don't think I missed anything out on that. Did I, Lee? I mean, I think that's fair. She really knows. She's done pretty much every single job you can do in a production, except maybe the last time I checked, she hadn't officially been like the true camera person in there. I mean, everything around it, but not that. Although she is experienced enough, she could, and she's certainly done some camera work on her own. But enough, I think that's about the only thing. Everything else, from she's done every job. So it's not like she's somebody's kid who became a producer. No, she's done it all. She understands everybody's job, which is not that common. Normally, people in the industry kind of go, they have a goal in mind with a particular job, and they work their way the shortest way they can. For her, she wasn't quite sure what she wanted to do, but she enjoyed the work, so she just tried a little bit of everything and eventually settled on becoming a producer and a line producer, and all just, yeah. I mean, she's worked directly with the unions, and let's put it that way. And lots of organizations, and it's amazing. It's amazing talking to her. Mm. Yeah, when I was trying to work on and figure out a lot of the stuff with um, how the copyright issues with doing the Shakespeare review show, and what I could show clip wise, and how that would work. She's one of the main people I talked to about it because I knew she would know, uh, and that was very helpful actually. Mm. Very, very helpful, because gotta try to do it the right legal way. Um, Although there's so much gray area out there. Okay, speaking of gray area, I'm going to go on a tangent real quick. I apologize because I never do that. But um, the new Facebook. I don't know how many of you have. Uh, they've kind of been doing people occasionally with it. I know not everybody has it yet, but they've been, since the beginning of the month, they've been slowly rolling it out to people. I got it a few days ago, and I've been trying out the new Facebook interface, and I used the dark theme, so it has sort of a dark gray look to it, but uh, I can't stand it. I'm just going to say it. Have any of you used it yet? Have any of you moved to the new Facebook interface? Do any of you actually even know what I'm talking about? Maybe not. Um, I know, no, tangents me never. But yeah, this new Facebook interface, I mean, the dark theme, I kind of like that because it is kind of nice. Um, just not having that bright white on you. I mean, in sometimes it's easier to read for me, especially with the bright light, hitting me with the my key light next to the camera. That Oh, really? I'm the only one? Oh, okay. Never mind. As far as I know, it's on the computer. I don't think it's on the phone app yet, uh, Michelle. So yeah, I don't think it's on the phone. At least not that I've seen. So yeah, it's gosh. Hmm. Well, okay. Let me see what I can do. Let me see. I'm gonna show you the new theme because that's what I do. Um, let's see. We can do this, I think. Sure. I think. I'll show you. Yeah, let's just show you my page. I think that'll work the best. And we'll see if I can do that. I think. Okay, no pressure. Um, hmm. Let's go here. Let's see. Get some of that going. And give me one more second, and I think I'll have this here. I should have prepared for this, but I didn't really think about it. Okay. And let's see. There you go. So you can kind of see the look, and this is on my page. And you notice the top up here where you have a home button and pages and watch and marketplace and groups. And you notice the dark theme and everything and how it looks a bit different. And then you can scroll down and see the different options as friends and different links and stuff that are in there. But yeah, it's a little, and that's just on my page. So yeah, definitely a little strange. Yeah, so if that gives you an idea of what I'm talking about, definitely very dark, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's very strange. I'm not sure just the way everything's organized. I mean, at first I was kind of like, wow, seems to be running a bit faster and everything, but gradually it's kind of slowed down a little more, and I really have not been that impressed. It's a lot harder to find stuff, and just dealing with chat is a little weird. I still haven't gotten comfortable with it. Um, yeah. Okay. So it does it changes with the messenger, according to Michelle. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like the dark theme. I like that. I mean, that was kind of nice, and some of the basic look of it, basically, is kind of nice, but it's the organization of where everything is, and like I've had trouble closing chat windows before in it already, where it's like click click close, click 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 close, click click. It's weird stuff. And I might be missing some things, but it's not intuitive for me yet. So I don't know. I haven't given up. I'm still trying, but currently not that happy. Now apparently you can go and switch back to the earlier version. There is an option in there currently. Hopefully they keep that to go back to the old version. And I may do that. I may, but it is interesting. Um, Enough of it looks, uh, yeah, yeah. I think Michelle's right that they're kind of making it look more like the app. I think you're probably right. But the problem with apps is that they take away options. They try to make everything two or three buttons. And if you want to do something in a particular thing, you have to dig into settings and do all this crazy stuff. When on the normal page, you just kind of there's like tons of options at the top, a pull down menu where you can do a tons of options here. You can move stuff around, and they don't offer all those features in the app. And I don't like that. They're trying to simplify it. I'm saying Facebook is not simple. It's never been simple. I mean, not since, not for at least 15 years. So I don't, yeah, I mean, accept it's complicated and put all the options you want in easy reach and access. So that's sort of where I am with it. So yeah, there's a little a little review and tidbit of Facebook that you didn't know. And for those watching on YouTube, well, you're on YouTube, so be happy. Hmm. Because yep, they haven't changed. Ah, and oh yeah, and Kristen's taking all these quizzes for work. Mm. Yeah, the problem, I could always do quizzes, but the problem with quizzes for me was they always wore me out. I mean, 15 minutes is no problem, but when you start getting hours and hours of quizzes or long standardized tests, at the end, I just wanted to fall asleep. It was like I'd been concentrating at 120% for hours, and it just, uh, yeah. I mean, even when I'm working on stuff, and was working on stuff for the last few weeks, I didn't do that. I would kind of work, step back for a second, think, kind of go, okay, yeah, okay, and then it wasn't constant concentration. And with tests, I always had felt like I had to constantly concentrate. That's weird alliteration there. Hmm. The YouTube app, though. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair, Bethany. I get that. Yeah. I keep calling you Bethany because that's the name, but I'm sorry, Damaris. She goes by Damaris, and I keep calling her Bethany because that's what I see. Uh, my I don't know. I'll get there. Mm. So apologies. Um, yeah, one of the things, a lot of the knowledge I've gleaned from for doing a lot of the live stream. I mean, some of it I already had, but I've scoured through bunches of YouTube videos, and admittedly, I've often disliked how they were set up and organized because it's like two bits of information I needed to know in a 10-minute video that I had to go through, and it happens again and again and again where I wish they'd just do a simple little video with that one thing, and my life would be easier. But I know it's Damaris. I'm sorry. I'm on it. Sorry, I'll remember eventually. It's only like 10th time I've done that on live stream. I'll get it. I'll get it. But, uh, but yeah, it's. Oh man. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sure she was going to yell at me after the show just for you, and it wasn't going to be self-serving in any way, shape, or form. I did catch myself, for what it's worth, Damaris. I did, as soon as I said it, I was like, oh, what am I doing? Um, so, yeah. You really need to change that name. Change it to your first, to your Damaris, and switch it. It's a habit. I'm used to reading people's first names on this, and that's what's killing me. Thanks. I'll try not to do it again, Damaris. Demi. Okay. Oh, Damaris lashes Andrew with wet noodles. New show idea. Wow. 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 No, I'm just not even going to go there. So, yeah, I'm just backing away. Mm. Mm. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Hmm. And honestly, considering how many noodles I've had over the past 4 months of me cooking at home over through all of this, that doesn't really even sound good in any way, shape, or form. Mm. Not the best association with pasta these days. Full of awesome new show ideas. I see. I see. Okay, how about a show about um, four four performing musicians who let's do three performing musicians who go to different events and different fairs and save them by bringing the true meaning of Ren Fair to the event. And they're all led by this mysterious benefactor who's never seen, but only a heard through this little box in the office, and by the name of Lee. I like it. I like it. Yes, yes, yes. And you never see her face. It's very mysterious. Yes, I think that's a show idea. We should do that. Really, we're sticking with the noodles. Gosh, I'm trying here. Mm. You guys. Uh, Oh my. Wait a minute. She likes this idea. Are we still on the noodles, or are we on the three performers who go savor in fairs? I can't tell. Oh mercy. So yeah. So I've got a question. What is your favorite thing about um, your favorite thing about live streaming? Oh, Michelle, yes. It's not spelled that way, but that's who's chatting in there as Life's Affair, Lee. And she just commented on that, and because of the video delay, she beat me to it. Ugh. Mm. Yeah, three performers, right? Isn't that great? I like it. Oh, okay. Understood. Well, we'll give you full credit and rights to lead then, Michelle. Well, my favorite thing about live streaming for me is the fact that it's really forced me to get really comfortable in front of a camera. Because honestly, I've never been fully comfortable in front of a camera before. I mean, I was okay with it, but it wasn't really my favorite thing. Now, it doesn't bother me at all. You do that for a quick 4 months regularly, and next thing you know, not a big deal. And yeah, being able to see people that you haven't seen for some of my friends, yeah, and that's kind of what a good thing too, Michelle. That it's just it it it's kind of forced people to all get on board with webcams and chatting online when it's jumped us like ahead like a decade or two to being used to being online. So I think that's been a good thing. Well, yeah, Janine. I mean, it does. It is almost like it's more intimate in a way. I think that's very true. Um, and it, and it kind of is. It is kind of being performed for you. One of the things as a performer you tend to do is you, especially people that are a little nervous being on stage, is you kind of block out a lot of people and you just kind of pick one. And usually, I mean, somebody, and you just look at them and you're doing the show for them, and everybody else is along for the ride, but you kind of do that. And in a way, this is kind of a similar thing. I mean, you've got a webcam and or just a camera or phone or something, and you're looking at it, and it's your one thing, and you're doing it for who's ever watching. So it is kind of being done right for you. So you don't have a webcam on your personal computer. Yeah, and also Janine, getting a webcam these days is rough. So yeah, you can definitely. There are a few webcams that are pretty good that you can still get, but Lee got one of those recently, and I think it's worked out very well. Yeah, the spontaneity is great. It certainly adds to that, I think, a good bit. That's true. All of you have kind of visited my house a lot. And right, Michelle's right, Janine. If you want, you can use your cell phone as a webcam, and you can even link it to your computer if you set up the app and software correctly. So treat it like a webcam. It is very doable. Wow, that's great. Yeah, that would have been That sounds about right. That you got the webcam several months later. It's it's tough. Oh, no cell phone either for Janine. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Had to bring up the shower, didn't you? Had to do it. Had to do it. Okay. But yeah. Yeah. One of the things I'm really going to do here soon is I think I'm going to have to do a series of short videos, um, and talk about how to live stream and how to set everything up and do all of that. I think it would go over really well. Just to kind of just do a short 5 minute video on webcams and do a short 5 minute video um, on audio and mics, and just keep going and do all of that. I'm going to put that together, I think, and I'll let you know when that gets done. So yeah, I think it'll be good. I think it'll help a lot, because I see so many people making those um, making those mistakes, and I think it really needs to help. Ren Fair Cribs, I like it. I like it. Yes, yes, yes. That is I was that the name we discussed before? Because I remember talking about that, but I didn't remember it being called Ren Fair Cribs. I like that. I like that. Yeah, for those of you that don't remember the Pre-Raphaelite artwork over my fireplace. Yeah, I might have to put together a tour and do that as an example. Maybe work on that. Oh yeah, I remember. She's not lying. That definitely was on her show list. That wasn't just a joke. It's I mean, it's funny, but it is on development. Um, so hmm. Oh, is that your working title? Um, okay, okay. Yeah, I like it. I think that's not a bad working title. Hmm. Yeah, I do remember. I do remember that discussion. That was a good one. I think that I think that could be good. I think that could be good. Like some of them are very interesting. Some of them are very rural. Some of them are very urban. Um, I think I think it's a good route. It's interesting at the very least. I mean, I think the music rooms for some of the musicians alone are fascinating, and especially some of the people that travel. I mean, it's just you're kind of either going into a trailer or or something like that, or sometimes just a where they currently are. Like this is the place I am in this. I'm staying in this city, and this is the place I am in that city, and that's interesting too. But no, no, we will definitely be talking a lot about this on Thursday. Um, I think so. But no, seriously, if any of y'all have some ideas or some thoughts and something you want to see or to help with, definitely share it because she's not lying. We are working on a lot of things and it's fascinating. Definitely not boring. Definitely not. Mm. But okay, but I have a question for y'all. I mean, if I did do a tutorial series on how to set up things and how to set up your cell phone as a webcam, how to all these just simple things as short little 2 to 5 minute videos. But you could pick which ones you were interested in. I mean, is that something that y'all would be interested in? Would that help any of y'all to have some clear, concise instruction of how to do like one thing, or you need a webcam, this is the one you should get right now? Um, you know, anything like that? Because I'm really curious if that would interest any of you or not. Because I've been it's bothered me how many people have been struggling with all of this stuff. And I really think at this point, everybody kind of needs to have at least a basic setup. Um, because, yeah, I don't think this situation is going to end anytime soon. And even when it starts to, it's not going to be immediate. So, and even when it does end, I think the online world is here to stay. I think this whole approach to online streaming, online shows, it's going to it's going to be a thing. Okay, Jan said maybe. Why the maybe? I mean, it's something you think might be helpful, but you're not. It's not something you're immediately looking into, kind of thing, Jan. And Bethany saying, I just did it again. So yeah, Damaris said, I will watch 4 seasons and a movie. God. Okay. Okay, so Janine says that it is helpful. Okay. Okay. I like the idea of doing short videos. Um, okay, Jan, right now he doesn't feel the need. That makes sense. Turn it into a Damaris drinking game. I like it. I like it. Mm. Yeah, Jan does have an in-house tech. Um, so that does help, definitely. I'm a lightweight, so it wouldn't take much. This is true. Mm. No, yeah, I think it could be interesting, especially with. I mean, I could really spread it out and do not just the hardware and the software and different applications. I mean, basic free video editing software and how to use it, just for the basics. And Damaris said, "See, now I want to leave the name just to pick on you." Of course she does. See, maybe I'll get it eventually. And yeah, I mean I think just having a lot of different options. Because there are some things like how to tweak your camera and make it look a lot better than what it is. I mean, my webcam is really it's just a mid-range to low-end camera. I was all ready to buy a new webcam, and they sold out the day before I went to try to grab one. They just went crazy back in March, and I was so angry. If I'd only been a day earlier, I would have snagged one. And they all just went like crazy. I so yeah, I spent some time researching and how to tweak the lighting, and I'm still working on a lot of different things. I've got a decent setup, um, so so that helps. But it's yeah, I'm still tweaking and doing some things, and that's the trick. I mean, there's not really a right or wrong way. All when all is said and done, there are options, and some of it is artistic. What you want to emphasize. Do you want to have some shadows on your face here and there, just to make it look a little more dark or angular? I mean, do you want to just have it really bright and washed out a little bit so there are no shadows? I mean, have a little shadow under your neck kind of thing, or I mean, have a little glow on your hair and your shoulders. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it. So with lighting, and then you get to the camera and how you tweak that. So there are a lot of different options. Oh yeah, I'm sure Lee will somehow manage to find something else for me to make fun of, for her to make fun of me about. And Damaris, I appreciate that you are still so supportive in spite of myself. So yes. Oh, there is one little bit of news I should share with y'all. I am doing some. I'm going to be doing some interesting stuff for Gen Con. Now, it's still in the finalized stages, so I don't want to. I can't really tell for sure on times and everything. But currently, it looks like I may be doing a couple of shows for Gen Con, and I think I think it looks like I'm going to leave them open so that I'm going to put it on Gen Con and stream it outside of Gen Con if I can make that work, because I'm setting it up as free shows on at Gen Con. So if you are looking to log into online Gen Con and do that, yeah, my show will be free, so it shouldn't cost any money. Um, and yeah, Jen, I think we're going to just do we're going to stream it on our channel as well at the same time is the plan. So I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be open for you to you should be able to see it here as well. Right now, it's looking like Friday evening and Saturday afternoon, but I'm still got to get a final time, and I'll keep you updated on that. So don't worry, we'll let you know. But that's the current plan. Because yeah, yeah, hopefully that'll work out. So I'll be doing a couple of shows. So should be fun. Yeah, and Elizabeth is talking about having to figure it out each time. It can be tough, and hopefully we can help a little bit with that. Ah, okay. And yeah, Lee's right. Playing with your setup and seeing what happens is a great way to learn. I think that's kind of the best way. Yeah, and you're right. The Logitech Brio it's a nice 4K camera, but it is one of the best webcams you can get. But at the same time, it's pretty expensive. I mean, it's a few $100s. It's overpriced now, and it's not always easy to find. So that's a tough one. The webcams are now just starting to get back in to stores and online. So if you keep an eye out, I think over the next few weeks you'll have some options. Um, yes, and Lee is right. We are working heavily on putting together a good best practices for filming, and yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know my setup right now is very basic. Um, uh, it works for the moment, but no, I've been needing to upgrade it for a little while. It was just a very basic setup just to kind of get the gist because I was working on I was working on editing other videos and doing that, and yeah, I think over the next week I'm going to redo some of my lighting and my color correction and color grading. Uh, make a new LUT for my webcam. Oh, really? You got a Brio for half price? Ooh, well done, Michelle. That is very good. And that's the best part about technology is sales happen regularly. So if you're not in a hurry for something, just know what you want and keep an eye out and look for those sales. Um, there are some really good options out there. If you have a month or two to wait, you can what you want will probably go on sale. It's great. But half off, that's amazing. So well done. Well done. And that was the one you got in March that just got delivered like a month ago. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to pass that up. I wish, phew, my gosh, I wish I'd seen that then. I did not catch that. I was trying to get one of the Logitech 920s. I figured that was enough for me for now. Uh, I wasn't too worried about 4K at that point because, well, I was looking at Facebook still only does 720p, and YouTube will do 1080p. But yeah, I don't really do Twitch, so that may change at some point. But for now, no. Mm. Oh wow! I just realized we've just been chatting and talking, and we are over an hour. Yeah, this wow. Fairlife just got really long. I just realized. I should probably let y'all go now. I try to keep these under an hour when I can. Uh, well, I'm glad I got to chat with you this time because it feels a lot better. I think the last week it was like a 20 to 25 minute show because I was just like, okay, and I'm doing this, and this is going on, and be a great show, and I have no interaction, and I really like the interaction. Hmm. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, my roommate, well, one of my roommates, he games and streams on Twitch and has for a couple of years now and really enjoys it. So I'm well acquainted with Twitch, but yeah, as far as content for performances like this, it hasn't seemed like the right route to go, and we might need to look at that again. Uh, Twitch might be something we look at in the future, but for now, I think we're sticking with Facebook and YouTube. And it felt pretty good being one of the first Fair people, possibly the first Fair person to split it between Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Um, and certainly the first to do it on my own without going through a third party service. Um, at least not no one that I know. If somebody has, I haven't heard of them. Uh, so that was cool. But yeah, I mean, adding Twitch to the mix and doing all three is like um, adding just one more line in a script. So it's not hard for me. I use an Nginx server that is on my computer currently right now. Uh, just set that up, and but it's all there's no uh, graphical user interface. It's all text based. So got to break out my old Unix and DOS habits. Mm. But yeah, I think Lee's right. If we move to Twitch, it may be with different content. Uh, that might be the way to go. Hmm. But yeah, now I'm kind of getting into a whole bit of this is sort of what our digital team is going to be like because we're going to talk and brainstorm and talk about ideas and say what are the benefits of moving to Twitch? What do y'all think and what do you know and um, that kind of thing. I mean, that's so this is kind of the dialogue we would have. We'd have meetings and talk and chat and uh, yeah, really, it would be kind of like a Zoom meeting on my Jitsi server, but I think it would be kind of nice. Um, Elizabeth says Facebook Live sometimes doesn't like my computer, tends to freeze frequently, so I have a muted YouTube video pulled up in case that happens. Wow, interesting, interesting. Hmm. Well, I mean, if you want, we can talk about that. I've learned a lot about tweaking systems for Facebook Live and YouTube. It's uh, it's tough because unless you have really here's everything in a nutshell. Um, Streaming, both sending and receiving, is really designed for medium to fast computers. So if you have a basic computer, it can be tough to get a to have it be consistent and work well. Facebook alone uses a ton of memory and CPU, a lot more than it should, which is why I was optimistic about the new Facebook interface, hoping that it would be better with memory and CPU. They said it would be. So far, it seems like it kind of has, but I'm not 100% sure. Not a lot, maybe a little, but but yeah, yeah. Um, and I know, yeah, Lee doesn't like Discord. It has its place, but I'm not. It wasn't really made for this. I guess is how I would put it. It's used for a lot of different things, but this is not really what it was made for. I don't know. Maybe, but it is interesting. Yeah, there are a lot of options out there, and we'll see. I mean, one thing I've looked at is maybe having my own streaming server and setting that up. um, being able to stream just from my server and sending it out, treating it like I have my own YouTube, and you just uh, type in the page, and it just you just see it in the stream. Um, and and then, yeah, I could add chat and do all that stuff to it, but it's just I don't know. I've thought about that, and I don't know if that'll ever happen, but it's something that I could do, and it's nice to have options and interesting things. I don't know if people would prefer that, because I know sometimes it's nice to uh, have a service like Facebook or YouTube that you've used before for other things and you kind of trust. But at the same time, having having my own, yeah, my own server is it. I don't know. It just kind of feels pretty nice, because it might be. I don't know. I was about to say it might be nice to have sort of a backup, but between Facebook and YouTube, I kind of think we're covered. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's something we really need. But I like having the capability, and that's sort of how Lee and I tend to work together. I'll look at the technical side and say, okay, here's some of the stuff I found that I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that, and then she'll just be like, okay, well, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do this, and I'd like to do this, and we kind of meet somewhere in the middle and discuss it, and what's possible, and what we'd like. And I mean, and she does the same thing. She talks about some of the technical side too, and I talk about some of the, what I'd like to have happen. Uh, but yeah, I mean, still, it's an interesting dynamic, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's worked very well, because without it, there's no way the two of us could have made this work, because it's really too much work for two people, but somehow we've made it, and I'm very proud of it. I see other groups with more people working on it, and I don't think they're really um, they have a lot more problems than we do, and it's kind of interesting. It's interesting that we've managed to have a very solid, stable stream and setup, and I think it's a testament to the way we work together and how we do it. So little pat on the back. So good job, good job. But anyway, I guess, yeah, I should probably. Uh, that's true. That basically she gives me her grand crazy idea. Although the opposite happens too. I'll throw out crazy ideas as well, and then she'll tell me whether that's a good marketing idea or not, and say, no, that is a bad idea. And then she'll explain it why, and I'm like, oh, right, that makes sense. So I, we I think that's kind of it. We brainstorm well together. I think that's a good way to look at it. Hmm. She says that she thinks she drives me insane, but honestly, um, when it comes to the brainstorming, not really, not as much as you think, because it's fun. Because I always call it pondering possibilities, and I love it, because it's like painting a picture, and we're just trying to figure out what it's going to look like. And the next conversation we have, or sometimes in the same conversation, we paint a different picture and see what it's going to look like, or what we could make it look like. And I love that. It's one of my favorites. Um, so I mean, yeah, there are situations where we talk, and yeah, she does totally drive me insane. It's like, like, oh my God, seriously, what the really? But no, I mean, with the brainstorming, no, I actually that's thinking about some of the brainstorming we've done over the last 4+ months. That is some of my favorite stuff over the last several years that conversations I've had. Seriously, it has been great, and that's another reason I'm asking y'all to kind of get in on that, because I think you'll really love it, to get involved, and because digital teams, that's kind of what we're asking. Would you like to get in on this conversation? Because it's fun. Um, yeah, it really is. Uh, definitely not boring. But anyway, ah, well, it's already like an hour 12. Boy, this is starting to hit the longest Fairlife show so far. It's great when I can actually see your comments. Makes it so much better. So thank you for that. And yeah, I think we'll call it there. And uh, I look forward to seeing you on Thursday because I think you're going to have a lot of fun chatting with Lee and I and just having a great time. It's going to be we're gonna have some fun and do some cool stuff. It's not just gonna be talk. Don't worry. Well, it's gonna be a fun time. So enjoy, and I will uh, I will see you soon. Made you look.